Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Owino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. Now, for those who've watched the last video just immediately before this, I think I mentioned a little bit of this issue of regarding Gachagua's statement that he made yesterday during his visit in Trans Nzoia. But I feel like there is more that we need to talk about in this video. But before that, there is this statement that these guys are making. Some people are saying that if at all William Ruto thinks that he's going to become the president of the Republic of Kenya coming 2027, then it's a lie. Why? Because the expectation is that not everybody will vote for William Ruto. So if at all William Ruto will sleep and then wakes up in the morning and hears that he is the president of the Republic of Kenya, he will have a lot of things to explain. He'll have a lot of questions to answer. How he has become the president, yet people have not voted for him. And the guy is even warning the person who become the chairman of IBC that if at all he sees any sign of William Ruto winning the election, he or she will better do something that will compromise the results. Let us listen to this guy.
Ruto makosa utafanya 2027, acha tu nikuambie mapema. Ni ati tumepiga kura kuchange governance, tunataka good governance, alafu tunaona tuna lead kwa screen watu wamekupigia kura, utatuambia nani alikupigia hizo kura na hizo namba zenye una lead nayo mbele ulitoa wapi? Chebukati of 2027. Be prepared kutangaza kura, na hata kama Ruto ndiye atashinda, wewe tangaza mwenye atakuwa against Ruto. Number 2 ndiye atakuwa ameshinda.
Now, before we talk about what I want us to talk about, please, I just want to remind you, if you are meeting for the first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can also like, share, and drop me a comment to tell me what you think and where you are watching us from. As I normally say, that feedback is normally the key thing in any form of communication, and not fail to appreciate those who have been giving us your support. Because without your support, the channel cannot grow and it cannot be where it is as now. If at all you are outside the country, it is also good to tell me which country are you watching us from. And if you're within the country, it's also good to tell me which county are you watching us from. I think all shall be well. Now, let us jump into our discussion. I've told you that yesterday, Rigathi Gachagua was accompanied by George Natembeya, together with Eugene Wamalwa, to Trans Nzoia. And there is a statement that Rigathi Gachagua made in Trans Nzoia, which is going to form our topic of discussion. I want us to listen to Rigathi Gachagua first before we talk about this video.
MCA umeniomba mambo ya barabara, atiwekwe rami hapa. Mimi mambo ya uongo unajua mimi sitaki. Sasa nikija hapa nikwambia nitajenga hiyo barabara ni uongo. Lazima niende kwanza niangalie kama pesa itapatikana, tutume maengineer ndio nikujibu. Ama mnataka nimdanganye? Mimi hiyo maneno sitaki. I'm a truthful man. Unajua mimi naweza sema iwekwe ndio mnipigie makofi. Alafu nikija next time si mtanipigia ndulu. I don't want. What we can do is electricity. Tumekubaliana na governor, hiyo tutafanya. Governor atoe pesa kiasi fulani. LEREC through national government through LEREC itoe kiasi fulani, tuunganishie nyinyi stima, hiyo tutafanya. Hiyo ya barabara tutaenda kuangalia. Tutajibu nyinyi next time. Lakini mkinisukuma nimdanganya, nitamdanganya. Ama mnataka kunisukuma nimdanganya itawekwa rami? Mimi sitaki. I don't want to do that.
Now, after listening to that video, we all understand and we all know what has been in between Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto. In the past months, there was this commotion that William Ruto together with Rigathi Gachagua are not in good terms, which some people thought that William Ruto was a person that maybe was pushing for Rigathi Gachagua to exit. Some MPs also took it to parliament that they wanted Rigathi Gachagua to resign from being the deputy president, saying that he disrespects the president. But now yesterday, Rigathi Gachagua is making a statement that shows how his truthfulness is coming out. But why is it that Rigathi Gachagua was saying those statements? Because one thing we know for sure is that according to the way you've listened to that, one thing we know for sure from that video is that Rigathi Gachagua was directly referring to William Samoei Ruto. Rigathi Gachagua is saying that I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to be a liar. One thing you have to understand is that I'm a truthful man and I cannot lie. So if you want me to lie to you, yes, I'll lie to you. But one thing I cannot do, I cannot tell you that this tarmac road is going, this road is going to be tarmacked, yet I know very well that it's not going to be tarmacked. There is no way of me telling you something simply because I want you to clap for me, but at the end of the day, I know very well that I'm not going to do it. If at all I want to do that, I have to go back to the office, to the treasury, and confirm whether there is money that can come and do this project or not. But again, if you want me to lie to you, I just lie to you. So if in short, he was trying to say that if at all you want me to lie to you, the same way that the other friend of mine normally says, and you clap for him, because I'm very sure that suppose it was William Ruto who was given that opportunity to talk about the tarmac, he could have said that I want us to tarmac this in 2 days time. This road will be tarmacked, and I also have my engineer hapa. I also have my engineer here, so the engineers will commence work, and then I'll also talk. I'll see 1, 2, 3 things. Tutatenga 1, 2, 3 things, and then before the end of this term, before the end of this month, this road will be tarmacked. So are you seeing? And then after the meeting, he carries all these engineers away. So they've launched the project of tarmacking the road, but now the people that are supposed to do that work are not on the ground. A lot of people are saying that it is now clear that Rigathi Gachagua is a truthful man, which we also have to accept. But because of this statement, Rigathi Gachagua is saying that, my friends, there is no single day, there is no single way, there is no way I can come here and tell you that this road will be built, these houses, these things that you want me to do will be done, yet I know very well that they are not going to be done. I don't want you to clap for me. I don't want you to clap for me. Because you'll clap for me today, celebrating because of what I've said. What if I come back tomorrow and what I promised you I've not done? Will you still clap for me? You will not. So please, let us leave it at that point. I'll consult if at all maybe there is something that needs to be done, but I can't promise you that I'm going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But now let us ask ourselves why Rigathi Gachagua is against William Ruto's lies. Or why is Rigathi Gachagua taking his own stand, saying that he doesn't want to lie to Kenyans? This is number one. Rigathi Gachagua knew very well that if at all he tells those guys that that tarmac is going to be the road is going to be built or is going to be tarmacked, there is also someone that he has to go to, and that person is William Ruto. So what Rigathi Gachagua knew that if at all I go to William Ruto, the president, and talk to him about a certain road that is supposed to be tarmacked or repaired, William Ruto will talk to somebody that staffs, people like the soldiers, somebody like Kimani Chungwa. So he knows that if at all I tell the president, the road might be built or the road might be tarmacked. But if it's tarmacked, Reddit will go to the president. They'll not go to me. And this thing will be sabotaged. That is another thing. Rigathi Gachagua knew very well that if at all I take this issue to the office, this project will be sabotaged. Why? Because we know very well that William Samoei Ruto has got his soldiers. His soldiers are people like Kimani Chungwa, who are against William Ruto. And let me ask you this. Do you really think that William Samoei Ruto does not know how Kimani Chungwa is fighting Rigathi Gachagua? Because he has never talked about it, by the way. So you can't tell me that William Samoei Ruto is not aware of how Rigathi Gachagua is being disrespected by Kimani Chungwa. Truth be told, Ruto has got his soldiers. Gachagua has his soldiers. The soldiers of William Ruto are people like Kimani Chungwa. And then the soldiers of Rigathi Gachagua are people like Ketu Waruguru. I want us to listen to this video.
Na kuna vile siku hizi kuna masaiko wengine hii mlima Kenya inafanya tu yenyewe. Mlima wa Rigathi Gachagua anakaa ni mtu tu ya kuhurumia, ya kupenda, na watu wengine walan kujiforce tu kukaa na mlima wa. Unajua ni aibu sana unapiga mtu, the more mnampiga the more anapendwa. The more mnampiga, the more Mungu anampatia kibali. The more mnamtesa na kumfinya, ndio nao raia wanampandisha juu. Abu chukweni hii memo. Bora msiguze mlima. Bora msiguze mlima. Mlima muachane naye. Na Rigathi muachane naye. Ako na wenyewe. Tamulimo watuko.
Ama tununua uoga. Yani ni mwana hata ikikora kwa yani. Mimi niliwaambia nilipambana na Uhuru Kenyatta akiwa rais wa Kenya, nikiwa tu mbunge wa kawaida. Wewe usijaribu kufikiria ati unaweza nitisha sababu uko na cheo inakaribia rais hapo. Mimi hakuna mtu anaweza nitisha hii Kenya na hii dunia. Niliwaambia naogopa Mwenyezi Mungu peke yake, uji moto na umeme peke yake.
Another reason why Rigathi Gachagua made that statement is that I think Rigathi Gachagua is trying to find his own ways of doing his politics. Rigathi Gachagua have realized that let me find my own path of doing my politics without depending on William Ruto. And I mentioned this thing here that if at all Rigathi Gachagua wants to survive in this life, in this politics, in this line of politics, he must make sure that he does his things his own way. And by doing his things his own way, he must make sure that at least he has got a party that he can use to negotiate when things are wrong. The reason why Rigathi Gachagua is being treated this way is simply because Rigathi Gachagua has got no party. Rigathi Gachagua has got no party that they can go on the table and start negotiating on that, saying that these are my terms and conditions. He has got no party. So you can't tell me that Rigathi Gachagua will sit with William Ruto at the table and tell William Ruto that I want us to do this, yet the party is William Ruto. If William Ruto will tell you let us go left, you'll all go left because that is his party. You can't negotiate in my own party. You can't. You can't go into someone's house and tell that person the way you want him to run his house. That is a lie. You must also have something. You must also have something that you can use to negotiate. And that is why I think Rigathi Gachagua have realized that I need to rebrand myself. So by rebranding himself, Rigathi Gachagua is trying to bring this issue of being a truthful man. And by being a truthful man, is trying to get out of that issue of that clown or that subjection of William Ruto that William Ruto normally says that tumefanya, tumetenga, tutafanya. So are you seeing the issue of tutafanya, tumetenga, tunataka? So that is where now Rigathi Gachagua is coming out and telling that guys that you guys, I'm a truthful man. So Rigathi Gachagua is saying that is a truthful man, is also sending a message to William Ruto and people, Kenyans, about William Ruto by saying that I'm a truthful man, but my boss is a liar. Because there is no single thing that William Ruto have promised Kenyans that has come to pass. So are you seeing, Rigathi Gachagua is trying to rebrand himself by saying that I am a truthful man. And it is not the first time he's talking about being truthful. It is not the second time. It is not the third time. He says that you can do everything, lakini usiguze mlima. Are you seeing? Just do anything you want to do. Say anything you want to say, but usiguze mlima. So that issue of usiguze mlima also sent a very clear message that Mlima people are dependent. They know what they want, they know how to get it, and they know who to get it from. So the truthful issue, the issue here is Rigathi Gachagua is trying to rebrand himself by using the term being a truthful man. The third thing is that I think Rigathi Gachagua is trying to find ways of it's hard, it's kind of hard for him to announce, but he's trying his own ways of exiting UDA because he has realized that automatically he's not going to become the deputy president of William Ruto coming in 2027. So he must find his own ways. If at all Rigathi Gachagua will not be in the ballot on 2027, then he must find someone that they can work together as a team to take William Ruto out of the government, because Kikuyus does not want William Ruto. So if Kikuyus do not want William Ruto, why are you still there with the person that we don't want? Why are you still supporting the person that we don't want? So it means that if you're still supporting him, if the time comes for him to go home, you'll go with him. And one thing that Rigathi Gachagua does not want is to go home. So if at all Rigathi Gachagua doesn't want to go home with William Ruto, he must find ways of trying to defend himself by dissociating with William Ruto and forming his own government. Now, forming his own government is like this. It's either Rigathi Gachagua is going to be in the ballot coming 2027. If at all he will not be in the ballot coming 2027, he will form a coalition with people like Kalonzo Musyoka. And that is why the other time they were talking about the Kagema alliance, whereby Kambas are going to form to join the Gema community to form a Kagema alliance. That is the second. The third one is it might bring people. It might also find ways of bringing the Luhya nation, and that is why is after. That is why you find that the same thing that Natembeya normally does in Western. Rigathi Gachagua dies in Central. This issue of unity. Let us unite ourselves. Let us unite ourselves. So are you seeing? So if he will not be in the ballot, he will support Kalonzo. If he will not support Kalonzo, he will be supported by Kalonzo. But all in all, one thing we have to make sure, we have to know that there is high possibilities of William Ruto not being deputized by Rigathi Gachagua coming 27. William Ruto might go for somebody like maybe Gladys Wanga. And that is why the other time, during the G7, William Ruto brought this issue of talking to Rigathi Gachagua so that for them to find a ways of bringing a lady also to have a bigger office. The only lady that Rigathi Gachagua, that William Ruto can bring are two. The only ladies are two. Number one, William Ruto can decide to bring Gladys Wanga to deputize him from Luo Nation, or he can also decide to go and look for that is women. But in men, we have got people like, I know a lot of people, we have got somebody like Musalia Mudavadi. Men are many. Men, they are there. People like Ndindi Nyoro, they are there. So William Ruto, according to men, we have got Kimani Chungwa, men are there. But one thing I know for sure is that William Ruto will not be deputized by Rigathi Gachagua coming 2027 because of the way things are moving. The last issue is that I think Rigathi Gachagua have realized that I've been pretending for too long. Like I've been a puppet for this guy, William Ruto used me. William Ruto used Rigathi Gachagua when he wanted votes. And that is why, because we all know that the person who was supposed to deputize William Ruto was Kithure Kindiki. But I don't know what things happen. I think William Ruto felt like the only person that can deal with William Ruto, that can deal with Uhuru Kenyatta, is Rigathi Gachagua. So let me bring him on board. So William Ruto brought Rigathi Gachagua on board so that at least he can deal with Uhuru Kenyatta's family. It was not like it was a guarantee that Rigathi Gachagua was to deputize William Ruto. So I think these are the things that Rigathi Gachagua have realized, that say that I've been used by this guy for so long. I have been used for so long. I was used to mistreat our own son, our own brother, Uhuru Kenyatta and his family. So he's getting out of his shell of pretense. He's getting stronger. He's getting bold. He's getting bold at knowing his stand. And that is the only thing that can help, by the way. Sometimes it's good to know your stand, to know your worth. After knowing your worth, that is when now you can stand and say that I don't want this, I want this, I can do this, I cannot do this. But all in all, guys, that is all I have for today. Let me also know what you think at the comment section. But just a reminder, if you're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can also like, share, and drop me a comment. Until we meet again, I've been your host, Boniface Wino. Bye-bye.